two receivers that have the same build and really the same play style as Pickens. The two duos, it would be Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Now, I do think that if you wanted to look at a duo that maybe is probably just a hair bit better, because Jamar Chase is different after the catch, and then obviously with T is so consistent. But let's talk about Cincinnati's O-line. Right, it hasn't been great. They still put up a lot of points. They still do you guys think a great, amazing, purposeful passing game can help in ways?
It depends. I mean, it depends on how well Dak plays. I mean, you talk about Cincinnati, the year they went to the Super Bowl, that's because Burrow was incredible, So obviously it helps to have those receivers, but he also elevates their play too. And he was playing on, that's an insane level. I wouldn't surprise me at all if they never get back to that close. I mean, in Cincinnati, he was on another level. And so, I think you can win that way, but it's like, for the Cowboys, they got to keep Dak healthy. It can't be dealing with a, hamstring or a hand, or now it's a shoulder or something else like that. They need to keep him as healthy as possible. So as much as it would hurt the offense if they got to get the ball out quick, you got to do that until you can trust the offensive line, because you don't want him sitting back there and just getting guys just teeing off on him. I mean, you really go back to even that first game against Cleveland. There's some shots in that Cleveland game where you're just like, damn, I don't really need to be taking those this early, especially as, he's getting older. So that's the key to all of this for me. I mean, the record speaks for itself when they have them and when they don't. So you got to do whatever it takes. If that means on these passing downs, you're leaving a Lipke or somebody else in there to help block, you're keeping your tight ends in, then so be it. But he has to be healthy if you have any chance of making the playoffs.
To contextualize that Cincinnati team that year, Joe Mixon also had 16 touchdowns, and he had over almost 1,300 yards rushing with that horrible offensive line. So what I'm looking at it like this: if we can get Joe Mixon light here, right? If we can get some yardages like that, I'm quite sure that the Cowboys can make a run too. Now, sneakily, that Cincinnati's defense was pretty good.
I was about to say, you buried another lead. That defense was
sneakily, them boys was killing it. So if we can be, I think that we can be similar to that degree, but I still want us to run the ball more than throwing it. But hey, we got two weapons on the outside now.
To your point,
and a damn good tight end.
To your point about that Cincinnati defense, to stay comparing them, if you go look in the playoffs, they don't get to the Super Bowl without the performance they had against the Tennessee Titans. Joe Burrow had no touchdowns and an interception in that game. He played maybe arguably as one of his worst games of the year, but the defense, they had 3 turnovers. In fact, the Tennessee Titans were on their way to go win the game. And the defense forced the interception, and next play at the play or two, whatever it was, Burrow made a nice throw, put him in field goal range, game over. So, if we're going to win like that, Foots, I do think it has to be accompanied with something like what Law said, right? Joe Mixon, 16 tutties. If we can get 16 tutties from our running backs, great. If we can get a top 10 unit on defense that goes into the playoffs and wins you a game, because I think that's different.
And we know we got the kicker already. We got the kicker already.
But if your offense is off one day, can your defense win it? If your defense is off one day, can your offense win it? In the playoffs, we're talking about. That hasn't been really the case for the Cowboys, man. I've seen.
How many times in Dak's career has the offense been off and they still won?
Not many.
Against good teams, not
many.
None. Damn, that's a good nugget right there.
Not many. I mean, think about this for a second. The Washington football people have 5 turnovers. They forced 5 turnovers of defense against Detroit.
Yeah.
This past postseason.
Yeah.
The Cowboys don't even have that many turnovers combined in the 7 playoff games that they've had since 2016. Combined. They got it in one game. So people always say, "Oh man, we had these great defenses." Well, where the hell was it in the playoffs in regards to turnover? We led the league in turnovers 3 years or 2 years in a row, and we only was able to muster up 1 or 2 of them over a 3-year span in the playoffs. That's pathetic, man. There's going to be times where your offense is off and you need the defense to win. There's going to be times where your defense is off and you need the offense to win. There's going to be times where your players is off and your coach is going to have to get this dub for you. The Cowboys can never have peanut butter and jelly, milk and cereal. It's just always one or the other. It's ridiculous.
So saying that, man, I still have the biggest reservations on defense, Dan. I'm worried about our DBs. I'm worried about our one tech inside. So those are my 2 areas of like worries, reservations. So to get that peanut butter and jelly, we're gonna have to figure out a way to gel this thing up with our defensive backs.
Gotta get some peanut butter.
Get some peanut butter. Yeah,
I'm pretty confident that Eberflus will fix the run defense. It just I don't know what that takes away from anything else. But I mean, when him and Marinelli were running it, they really didn't have the greatest defensive tackles.
Greatest defensive line. It was rolling Nick Hayden out there.
Yeah, Nick Hayden, Terrell McLean.
You know what they called him? You probably already know this.
Oh yeah,
the golden cock.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He lucky there wasn't no pause. There wasn't a pause ever at that time. Like,
during that time.
Man, the hell you calling this grown man? I ain't calling another grown man delicious.
Vincent Mayowa, boy. We was George Selvey. We was getting sacks from those guys. That's crazy.
Jeremy Mincy. Yeah, it was rough.
Hey, we'll end on this super, guys. That was great talk right there. I'm up north where the Pats, Philly, and NY fans be. I love watching my boys with caution. NFL got us on display this season. Obviously, 12 wins. You got us, the poet. Much love to you. Also, I saw something in there, guys, that I think we need to start the toxic takes, Sky. So can you get us a graphic for that? Toxic Tom, you and Big Sarge, you guys are goats here. We expect you on every show. Toxic takes, man. He had a take earlier that I'm not gonna repeat. But it was crazy. Let's just say that
those are normal in my show. Just let you know.
He had a take, John, that he said how he watches the Cowboys. And I'll let everybody else, if you guys, he watches the Cowboys the same way he watches something else, and I'll let your imagination take over. He said he watches it alone and in shame. So, and on that note, Law, take us home. And remember, Toxic is the GOAT, bro. He's the GOAT, bro.
All right. Sometimes you got to watch it that way with the Cowboys, man.
Alone and in shame is
alone
crazy.
In the shame. Shut the door. Close the lights, man. Come on.
You get done watching the Cowboys lose and be like, God dang it, why did I even do this?
What you watching in there, Sky? What you watching over there, John?
Toxic, you bad boy, you. Hey, guys, Toxic Takes, we'll be having that. We'll be back next Monday. Much love to you all. We'll start our oh my gosh, Sarge. You can't say it in there, Sarge. Come on, man. Yeah, we
invite the damn bots in here.
I'm telling you, you just gonna invite the YouTube algorithm to shut us down. Listen, we're gonna start breaking down each side of the ball. And actually, if you guys haven't already, Sky did a great deep dive on Clayton Adams. Do a little cross promotion. You guys go head over there and check that out. John said he's dropping an article tomorrow. You guys check that out. And Law posted some content on Dak and the whole audio. So, guys, make sure you guys are supporting us outside of this. And when we come together for the collective, y'all know what it is. The Infinity Stones come together. John, just quick housekeeping. When are they on the field? Oh, John, I got a beef with y'all and with the Cowboys real quick. Why can't we get video from – I don't like that. Dog. The Cleveland Browns are putting the whole practice on the internet from the rookies, and the Cowboys can't get a rep. You know that's not on, John.
Yeah, I would love to post all that stuff.
That is crazy work, Machota.
Yeah,
I'm aware.
All right, we getting spicy, John.
I can't even do what you did anymore.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know. That's crazy.
I can't even do that. You don't think that I would put up that shoddy video?
Yeah,
I can't even do that anymore.
Yeah.
Because then if I do it and then it goes and I post it and then the numbers bang, they're like, well, we're not getting those numbers. So they put an end to that.
Oh yeah. I'll direct, John. I'll direct.